Hi everybody people, Anthony and Daniel, listen. I know IBF title important to you. Tell it my present to you on September 21. Guys, слава Богу за все, слава Україні.
What's good? What's good? It's the one, the only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. So we got Alexander Usyk. You guys just saw he has relinquished his IBF title and in hopes for putting up against possibly for AJ and Daniel Dubois to fight for. But you know, it's funny because just a week ago the IBF said that nobody has reached out for them to to request a sanctioning bout. But maybe this, I'm sure this changes it up or whatever. So you already know how I do, man. I go ahead and do the research. You guys stay tuned, and then let's talk about some possible options for Mr. Anthony Joshua. All right. So if you were like just a week ago, I want to say just about a week ago. Some of y'all don't remember that song, but anyways, the IBF stated no request to sanction Joshua versus Dubois. And then Parker says he feels like he deserves the AJ fight or AJ rematch or whatever. It says the IBF has confirmed to Sky Sports that it has not received a request to sanction Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois as an IBF World Heavyweight title fight. Former WBO champion Joseph Parker believes he deserves an AJ rematch after his wins over Zhilei Zhang and Deontay Wilder. Okay. Says Anthony Joshua has revealed that he is close to confirming the opponent for his up-and-coming bout. Joshua, who has boxed once so far in 2024 when he knocked out former UFC champion Francis Ngannou, said, "Nearly finished my negotiations for my next fight, feeling motivated." It has been widely speculated that fellow Briton Daniel Dubois could be in the frame to fight Anthony Joshua. Dubois stopped Filip Hrgović at the start of this month to win an interim title from the IBF. But the IBF confirmed to Sky Sports that it has not received a request to sanction the Joshua versus Dubois as an IBF as an IBF heavyweight world title fight. After beating Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk holds all four of the major heavyweight world champions, including the IBF. There are other contenders also vying to take on Anthony Joshua. Zhilei Zhang, who's defeated Deontay Wilder on the same bill as Dubois' victory over Hrgović, would relish boxing AJ. He lost to the Watford man in the London 2012 Olympic Games, so he lost to AJ in the Olympic Games. But earlier this month, Zhang's team had not been contacted about a potential AJ fight. Another fighter, though, gunning for a rematch with Joshua is Joseph Parker, who will be making an announcement on Wednesday. The former WBO champion Parker lost his title to Joshua in 2018, but the New Zealander has been in an excellent form recently, beating both Wilder and Zhang. Parker told Sky Sports, "I've been boxing 11 to 12 years, and I found what works for me. The formula, I got Andy Lee, head trainer, George Lockhart, and the work that we've been doing together, it's been a grind ever since we linked up, the three of us. But everything is working well, and whatever we're doing, we want to keep it up." He thinks he now deserves a second shot with Joshua. There are a lot of people who want to fight Anthony Joshua, and I feel like what I've done can be in a position to fight him, he said. But he added, to be honest, it's not really about what I want, it's about what he wants and what everybody else wants. And a lot of fights are happening in Saudi Arabia. Usyk versus Fury are due to fight in December. If the titles do become vacant, Parker thinks he ought to be in fame to fight for a world champion this year. "I hope so," he said. "With the belts being held up by the undisputed champion of the world, there's a rematch clause in place, but again, these things may or may not happen. You never know how things are going to unfold," he continued. So we'll see what happens, but you've got Anthony Joshua. I'll let whatever happens happen, and whatever fights they lock in, I'm ready for whoever. All right. So it looks like that's possible good news for Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois. It looks like Anthony Joshua has a chance, should he fight Daniel Dubois, which it looks like is going in that direction. He has a chance to become a three-time heavyweight champion. I believe three-time heavyweight champion. which is a good thing, man. That's what's up, man. And you know, Daniel Dubois has a chance to fight for an actual title. You know, I think he held the regular WBA belt, I think. So you know, he has a chance to fight for an actual title. So that's a good thing, man. I'm happy. You know, shout out to Alexander Usyk for, you know, doing that. You know, he don't want to hold on to all them sanctioning fees. You know, he's already been undisputed not once but twice. It's like, bro, you know, hey, you can have it. I just wanted to do this for my legacy here. You can have this belt, you know, at this point. So shout out to Alexander Usyk. You know, it makes for a funny situation because if Tyson Fury beats Usyk in the rematch, which I think he will beat Usyk in the rematch. I'm picking Tyson Fury to beat Usyk in the rematch. If Tyson Fury can beat Usyk in a rematch, I don't know if they go for a trilogy right away. I guess depending on how the rematch goes, but then we could finally see a fight that I've been wanting to see for years. Aside from, you know, Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, that's the number one fight heavyweight fight I wanted to see. But aside from that, I've always wanted to see Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. I think that makes for, you know, an interesting matchup. Anthony Joshua has been looking real good ever since he's linked up with Ben Davison, who to me is like one of the best trainers. He's my favorite trainer from the UK. I believe he's from the UK, but he's definitely one of my favorite trainers. I believe he's one of the best out there. That dude is just super smart and just an incredible, intelligent mind when it comes to boxing. AJ has been looking great since he's been with him, and I don't think AJ should leave him. You know, Tyson Fury, who has more of a slick style than AJ. I mean, I just feel like it makes for a great matchup, and I really want to see that fight. So, you know, should Tyson Fury win, like I think he will in the rematch, I wonder if they'll go for a trilogy, or if I wonder if he'll fight AJ. Now, if AJ beats Daniel Dubois, which I think he will, I think that you know, Tyson Fury, you know, in order for him to be undisputed, he would have to fight AJ for that title. Because now, if Tyson Fury beats Alexander Usyk, he just you know, gets the WBA, WBC, and WBO. Now, granted, Tyson Fury done touched all the belts at that weight class. You know, when he beat what's his name, Vladimir Klitschko, I believe he had the WBA, the WBO, and the IBF, and I think Wilder ended up beating Bermane Stiverne I think Bermane Stiverne fought Chris Arreola for the vacant WBC title. I might be wrong with that, but I believe that's what happened, and then Wilder ended up beating Stiverne for the WBC title. So, and then, you know, later years down the road, Tyson Fury beats Deontay Wilder after he vacates his title, because Tyson Fury vacated the WBA, WBO, and IBF, and then that's when, you know, AJ ended up fighting, like, who he fight? Charles Martin for the IBF. He fought what's his name? Joseph Parker for the WBO. And I can't remember who he fought for the WBA. I don't remember who he fought for the WBA. I don't know if it was Klitschko. No, it wasn't Klitschko. I can't remember who he fought for the WBA, but he you know, he ended up getting those three. But he you know, he ended up getting those three or whatever. So now, if the only thing is, Tyson Fury hasn't touched all of the belts at once, you know, simultaneously. So I think that this would be interesting. I would love in the best case scenario for me, I would love for Tyson Fury to win and then Joshua to win. That makes for a humongous fight in the UK, and they fight for all the belts. And bro, you know, I think that makes for an interesting matchup, man. So hopefully we get this fight with Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois. I'm hoping Anthony Joshua beats Daniel Dubois, and then I hope Tyson Fury beats I think Tyson Fury will win in the rematch. I mean, Tyson Fury comes strong on the rematch, but you know, you just never know. It's not a guarantee, but I wouldn't mind seeing, I mean, depending on how AJ looks, I wouldn't mind seeing this version of AJ fight Usyk in a rematch, or I guess it would be a trilogy. But I mean, I wouldn't be as excited as I would be to see him fight Tyson Fury. I think that's just makes for a great fight. Let me know what you guys think. What do you see panning out with this? Like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?